Guys, how you doing? It's Mr. Chow-Miller. As you know, I'm absent today. That's why you're watching this video. I spoke to one of you about your behavior today and how it's going to earn you some good rewards next week, so please keep that in mind, okay? What I want to do today is tell you your assignment and show you how to get started. I'm going to give you one example. You have to create two different items. So what you're doing is you're taking the work we did from yesterday on meshing gears, and you're applying that to actually showing how you would mesh them on a motor. We just meshed them on a beam. We need to mesh them on a motor. So if you look in this module, it tells you that you have to create two meshes, one mesh whose output is speed and one mesh whose output is torque. And those are two vocabulary words we spoke about yesterday. So here's the way you're going to do it. You're going to take your motor, you take a beam. I think the longer the better. You're going to take a regular black pin, put it in the end of the motor, and then another pin in the hole one away from it. You take that beam and you just click it on right over the whole thing. What this does is it gives you a straight line going right across the motor. Now yesterday we used these little half pin half axles. You can't do that because if the axle part goes onto a gear, that pin part cannot go onto a motor. So what we're going to do instead is you're going to take an axle. Oops, camera's over here. You're going to put it right through the motor, center of the motor, and have it stick out like that. Attach a gear. Now I need to mesh this gear, so I'm going to mesh this gear with a smaller gear. If you notice, oops, that doesn't work. Just learned something. I'm going to mesh this gear with a different smaller gear. Right. And you notice this falls out. So on the other side, I'm going to go ahead and add, these are called bushings. You've used these before. There's yellow and gray and a few red ones around, mainly yellow and gray. Now it doesn't fall out. But there's nowhere for the wheel to go. So I've got this little bit sticking up here. I'm going to push that out of the way. I'm going to push the other one through. And I'm going to add my wheel. Now a couple of things are going to happen here. Oops. The wheel, this one actually grips, but sometimes they fall off. So I'm going to take one of those yellow bushings and I'm going to put it to hold the wheel on. I'm going to take the wheel off for a second. I'm going to put another bushing right here, and you can even put two in here. And what this does, this now keeps the wheel from rubbing against the gears. See that space I created right in there? That's what I'm going for. So now I'm just going to take one more bushing. And I'm going to put it like that so that the wheel won't fall off. So now you've got this wheel spinning at a different speed than the motor. I'm purposely not telling you what speed, whether it's faster or slower, because that's your job. So that's one way to do it. That's the way I would do it to start out. You can try to adjust this, but to start out, do it this way. Now, here's your assignment, and it's also written down below. You need to create two of these, one that increases speed and one that increases torque. And I'm not going to tell you whether this one increases speed or torque. Obviously, the other one is going to have the sizes switched. But you have to make a video and submit it, and that video has to say whether your motor is increasing speed or torque. Finally, if you want a bonus, you'll notice that this is pretty wobbly this way. Figure out a way to make this differently to stabilize it. All right, that should be submitted by the end of class. If you're following directions and paying attention, working hard, there's no reason you can't get this done in one period. I will see you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. Thank you.